Text JJR and whatever you want to say to 96893. Here's a text we just got literally a minute ago from a 956 area code. Good morning, John, Jay, and Rich. My name is Carrie. I need a compilation of John Jay saying love you back to callers who say it when they hang up. Most of the time, he's very genuine. But there are some times he's trying to get to the next segment, and the way he says I love you sounds annoyed. And I know he doesn't mean it that way, but it does make me laugh every time. It's the most unserious love you. Love you.
That is a very nuanced thing to pick up.
Love you. Anyway, you can text us, JJR, whatever you want to say, to 96893. You can also call us at 877-937-1047. Last week, Peyton found out that lump in her chin might be allergies, right?
Yeah.
So you started with meds?
Yeah, so I found out that the lump underneath my chin that looked like a double chin but wasn't a double chin is an inflamed lymph node that would flare up when I eat things like peanuts or wheat or all the delicious things in my life. Mm-hmm. So I'm now on a bunch of medication for it, and I literally feel like an old person taking my meds in the morning.
You have to have like one of those pill organizers.
Yeah.
My grandmother had one of those.
I ordered one for Amazon. I got one because I'm like, this is too much to keep up with. Like, I already took a couple medications before this. Now I'm adding like 3 more things.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm just throwing back pills in the morning. I'm like, what is going on? I feel like my dad.
Well, how do you feel now that you're not eating? Wait, have you given up eating those things that make you?
Yes, I have. For now.
Okay.
So then you don't need the meds then if you give up those things. I thought the meds are so you can continue having those things.
Well, the meds are just to kind of, like, I'm also allergic to a lot of environmental stuff, so like grass and dogs and things like that. So it's just to, what they noticed is that my energy level was really low because of my allergies flaring up. So I thought it was really interesting how like just one peanut butter jelly and sandwich a week makes me crash. Literally. Like, I'm so tired. My body feels swollen.
But what about Uncrustables, Peyton?
I had an Uncrustable Sunday.
I'm out on Uncrustables.
Strawberry grape.
Wait. So I was binging, right? I told you guys I was in like a little bit of almost depression on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And Sunday I opened up the freezer and there was an Uncrustable. I've never had one before. And my son wasn't around. So I grabbed it. It's in the freezer, right?
Yeah.
You can, yeah.
So it's in the freezer. I take it out and I look at it and I'm like, okay. So I take a bite out of it and it's ice cold. I'm like, what gives? So then I go, let me put it in the toaster. I put it in the toaster for like a second, and I go, wait a minute. I like my jelly cold. I go, it can't be. I take it out of the toaster. I just eat it like that, right? So it's got ice on it and stuff. Mm-hmm. Then my son comes out. I go, hey, I just had an Uncrustable. It was grape and peanut butter. And I said, I go, how are you supposed to make those? He goes, you just let it sit out for a while.
Yeah, it's supposed to go in your lunchbox, so it's like defrosted by the time it's lunch.
Mine was still frosted.
It's okay.
That just shows you the low point I was at. Yeah. I was eating ice off the sandwich.
Yeah. Oh, no.
It got good after it got hot in my mouth.
I'm sure, yeah. That's so funny.
But anyway, so.
Feeling good.
Good.
Yeah.
Kyle, my wife and I slept on the sheets yesterday.
How were they? What was your thoughts about how they felt?
Well, she was extremely excited about the sheets, right? Because quick backstory, Blake bought these sheets from Amazon, and this is her, I don't know much about how this stuff works, but she spent a lot of money on these sheets. And she's like, it was third party. I don't know if that's bad. The way she says it sounds like it's bad. Turns out it's from Guam, and there was a weird note written inside. So she's returning those sheets. Kyle told us about the sheet lady. These sheets were way less expensive, and Blake was like loving these sheets. So last night we slept in them, and as soon as I get in them, I'm like, oh yeah, this feels a little different than the other ones, right? And she gets in, and she's like, oh my God, this is fantastic. This is what sheets are supposed to feel like.
Right. Oh, you scored, brother.
I was like, oh, okay.
Them.
And they're so inexpensive compared to, like I said, I've never bought sheets before. The sheets she bought were $250.
That's insane.
And they were terrible, and she returned them. The sheets from the sheet lady were $50. Right?
Yeah.
It was.
It's still pricey, but like you have king bed, and so that's the biggest one, and so those are going to be a little bit pricier, but definitely worth it.
And then, speaking of shopping, you did the Big Lots thing, right?
Because I told you guys I've been obsessed with getting my deals at Big Lots. Mm-hmm. So the last time I was there, I got 4 I can never say that. Adirondack. I got it. Chairs. And I can't, like, they don't fit in my car. So I was like, hey, Scott, I'm going to need you to meet me at Big Lots. So yesterday I met him there to pick up the chairs. And so we were in separate cars, right? And so I have an electric car. So usually what I do when I'm running in and running out of a place is I will just, there's an option to keep your air on whatever temperature. So it just sits and just stays nice and cool, and the door locks and everything like that. And so I run in, I get the people, they help me bring the chairs out. Scott's in his truck. And I had forgotten to like eat lunch. And so I was kind of just running on fumes, not really out of it. And we load him in. We put the bed on the truck, or the little flappy thing that closes it up. and I turn around and I go and I try to get in the truck. And Scott's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Let's go. We got the chairs." He's like, "You just gonna leave your car here?"
Oh, no.
Like, yeah, actually I was thinking maybe you would just drive me home because I'm really tired.
You probably could have done that and not thought, if he didn't say anything, you would have just rode home.
You should have just followed through.
So
That was your
out of
plan.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, so let your car leave here. What's your problem?
Think I can let these
pick it up
chairs?
tomorrow.
Think these chairs can't ride by themselves.
If you don't want to do it, I'll get an Uber here tomorrow then.
He's like, "Your car's ready to go. It's nice and cool. Just go." I'm like, "Okay, bye."
You're like, oops.
Yeah. It
Well,
worked out though. I got the chairs and I got a great deal and it was all good.
Big Lots going out of business.
Yeah.
Get there. Cal Unplug with 3 things we need to know.
X, formerly known as Twitter, still not used to calling it X, will soon make your public posts visible to accounts that you've blocked. Blocked accounts will still not be able to interact with you if you've blocked them, but they will be able to see your post instead of seeing a message that says you're blocked, or not being able to see someone they knew they were following. So in essence, it's kind of like the people who you block won't know you blocked them unless they try to interact with you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
They didn't say when they're going to make this change, but it is a change that has been confirmed is definitely happening on the platform. Now, according to science, dudes are done by 8 p.m. Mentally, just physically absolutely done, because
Dudes?
turns out men's brains shrink by 8 p.m. They reset overnight, but it coincides with rising and falling levels of steroid hormones in their body, testosterone, cortisol, and estradiol.
Estradiol.
Yeah, okay.
Nah.
I don't know.
I just went over my blood work with my doctor. It's called estradiol.
Yeah. When those fluctuate, and they fluctuate a lot in men, by the time the nighttime comes around, it's like, you guys don't have it.
Yeah, I
you
get
just
it.
don't
It's
have
true.
it.
Don't talk to us about anything.
You know how many
heavy.
times I have to apologize to my wife for what I said the night before at 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night?
And then you sleep,
And
it's
I'm like, oh man,
It's
why
your
did I say that?
estradiol. Sorry.
Why was I upset about that? That's not a big deal. But after
Right.
8, you freak out.
I did think it was interesting because I was like, well, what happens in women's brains then? And they said our brains do fluctuate, just not as much as men's. And it's because our menstrual cycle helps keep our brain give it longer longevity.
Okay, I love this PSA. Don't argue with your man after 8
Just
p.m.
don't do it. Their brains are so small at that point.
Right.
You can say, tomorrow,
They don't get it.
I would like to talk about
Exactly.
Physically. It's science. Okay, so this may help you if you've been having trouble dating, because they came out with 3 dating pet peeves that turn people off the most. And I think they're pretty dead on. So number 1 is somebody who smells. If you smell, guess what? You're probably not getting a second date, or a third or fourth or fifth. The second one is someone who won't put down their phone. Sorry, if you're phubbing someone on your date, they're not going to want to spend time with you, because whoever is on their phone, or whatever Instagram post or whatever article they're looking at, is obviously more important than you. And the last one was somebody who is crude. You have to choose your conversation topics wisely. If you bring up unwanted, crude topics, guess what? It's just going to turn people off immediately. So take that as some nice dating advice. Get out there and win. That's 3 things you need to know.
So in about 30 minutes, 35 minutes or so, I'm going to unveil the results. I don't know what they are yet, but I took the autism test. I sat down with a professional yesterday for an hour and a half and answered all these questions. And she was going to give me the results. I said, no, don't tell me. I go, will you do it on the air tomorrow? And she said, sure. So.
Ooh.
John Jay.
I know.
Let's
Okay.
see.
This all started from a TikTok video you saw, and you thought, oh, I must have that because of a TikTok video, right? You self-diagnosed yourself?
I don't remember. I know I took a quiz online. Okay. Yeah.
Before we find out the results, do you think it will change your life at all, either way? Knowing?
I think if I am somewhere, I wonder what level I am, and I wonder
10.
if I am, I think it will explain a lot of things, because one of the questions was like literally stuff that I go through every day. How I don't understand how people don't get what I'm trying to tell them. Like I feel like I'm doing it wrong.
Because you expect everyone to read your mind.
Yeah, I guess so. But I'm like,
I wonder if this is going to come up like when we order food at a restaurant where you tell people you're new to the fish world. I wonder if it's going to be like,
that wasn't one of the questions.
I'm new to the autism world, so I don't know. I don't really care about
the person that gave me the quiz, the test. This is what she does for a living, and she does it on kids and teens, and she's now moving into the adult world. So I was almost like a test subject to see how she diagnoses people.
Okay.
So,
well, I appreciate you sharing this with us.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I don't see it. Well, maybe I'll get special parking.
Oh my gosh, John Jay.
Like, I don't know. I heard this story today about Disneyland. Disneyland is cracking down on people that are using those passes because you have whatever issues.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But if you have autism, you can get one of those. And I'm like, if I have it, I'll be like, step aside, Disney.
You might as well.
Front of the line. Front of the
That's
line.
terrible.
Oh my gosh, John Jay.
Hey, but if I have it legitimately, that's not terrible.
No, it's not. We'll just put you in IEP for this radio show. It's fine.
It's true.
877-937-1047. You can also text us. Text JJR, whatever you want to say, to 96893. You can text JJR and your sign and tell us where you're from. We got a text this morning from Carrie. Hi, Carrie.
Hi.
What was your text exactly? Because it was a couple of things.
Yeah, it was to wish my husband a happy birthday. Today's his birthday. He's an awesome. Sorry, I want to cry.
Aww.
He's an awesome husband, and I love him so much, and I'm so proud of him. And he's a Libra. Everybody loves him, just like Kyle.
Oh, that is so sweet. Happy birthday to your hubby.
Please send him a prayer. He's one of those people that deserves the best year. We listen to you guys on the podcast all the time. Have a great day. All right, Carrie.
Aww.
There you go.
So sweet.
All right, what's your sign?
Pisces, like Rich.
Oh,
Okay.
well, we got another Pisces on the line.
Oh,
so you have
she's
to-
so sensitive. That's
All right, let's
why.
do Libra then.
Well, yeah, so Libra, and like you said, Libra, we are in Libra season right now. So it's your birthday season, and you Libras, you're serving nothing but elegance. The world revolves around you right now, and your charm is at its absolute peak, and romance is literally in the air. So if you're not in a relationship, it might be the time to do that. But for you and your husband, Carrie, you guys are good to go.
Yeah.
Yay. Happy birthday to your hubby.
All right, Carrie, have a great
Thank
day.
you so much, guys. You
All right,
too.
now for Carrie and Brandon. Brandon, are you a Pisces?
Good morning. I am a Pisces, but since you read that, I don't know what my daughter and son's is.
Well, no, she didn't read Pisces. She read
Oh, I
Libra.
thought you did. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got you for Libra. For you, Brandon, and for you, Rich, my Libras, this is what you
Pisces.
my Pisces, this is what you can expect out of this fall. Dreamy vibes as usual. You're still in your feels, but in the cutest way possible. So fall is giving you all the inspiration for new creative projects, and your intuition is going to be stronger than ever in these next couple of weeks.
Okay, Brandon, you like that?
Yes, I do.
Love it.
All right, Brandon, have a great
Thank you
day.
guys very much. You have a blessed day as well.
Thank
Bye.
you. Hi, Kim. What's your sign?
Hi, I'm Aquarius.
Okay, so for my Aquarius, this is what you can expect out of this fall soul-searching season for you guys. Fall has you questioning everything, your friendships, your goals, even your favorite Starbucks order. Take some time to figure out what you really want before diving headfirst into anything new this fall season.
Sounds great. Love you guys.
Love you, Kim. What do you got for Virgo?
Yeah, John Jay, my Virgo. Glow up alert for you this fall season. Fall is your season to declutter everything, your mind, your space, even your playlist. You're cleaning your house today, okay? You're on a whole new vibe of, I don't have time for this energy, and we love to see that for my Virgos.
Yeah, I don't have time for a lot of energy. There's a text that we just got from a 602 number. Good morning. I'm a single mother of 7 children. 3 of my children have autism. So I know what you're going through. Funny thing is, it's harder to be diagnosed than what you think. Living day by day, working a full-time job, but I'm still going strong thanks to you guys' show. I listen to you guys every single morning, and you bring me the best part of my day. Thank you so much for listening. That's so nice. And she brings that up because in 29 minutes, we will get the results of whether I am on the spectrum or not. Peyton, what about for you, for Leo?
Yeah, so for Leo, this fall season, we are going to be in the Cozy Queen era. Our summer spotlight is going to shift to cozy vibes, more intimate settings. So expect my Leo social circle to tighten up, but in a really good way. Only the real ones get to stay with us this fall season.
I've got a 602 text saying, can you do Scorpio, please?
Yeah, I got you for Scorpio. Scorpio, welcome to your villain era, okay? This fall season, you're cutting ties with the past. You're leaving behind what no longer serves you, and you are embracing your dark and mysterious energy. It's giving power move vibes.
John J. Rich, can you read Sagittarius, please?
Yeah, Sagittarius, free spirit unlocked for you this fall. Fall's going to give you an urge to get out and explore the world. Whether that's a spontaneous travel trip, diving into a new hobby, you are chasing all the adventures this season.
John J. Rich, how do we find the sheet lady? I thought Kyle talked about her, and I found her on Instagram at pretty much the sheet lady.
The sheet lady.
Yeah, on Instagram. Then I shot her a DM. So there you go. All right, if we can get to your sign there, I'll post it on our website, johnjrich.com. Here's a text. This is a funny text, I think. Lexi here. I was listening to the podcast, and all of a sudden, Paris Hilton's commercial is now being censored. The Paris Hilton? She can't use the B word anymore? Who in the ever-loving F called and complained? Let's call them. I just want to talk. Anywho, this is Gabby. What's going on in this world? I am weak.
That's funny.
Hey, this is Ashley, John J. Rich. Love you guys for making my mornings. I drive to nursing school, and it would not be possible without you guys.
Aw.
That's nice. Yeah. Anyway, if we didn't get to your sign, all our signs are posted up at johnjrich.com. We got tickets to the 13th floor haunted house later today, some point this morning. We also got a 4-pack of SeaWorld tickets in less than an hour. And then in less than 30 minutes, am I on the spectrum? I took a whole test yesterday. Here's Jay Sean, John J. and Rich, Kiss. John J. Rich, we're going to get ready for Stacks and Hacks. But real quick, we got Christian on the text line. Christian, what'd you text us about? How can we help you?
Hey, John J.
Hey.
Hey, everybody. So, a couple months ago, I bought a brand new truck, okay? Well, new to me truck. And I didn't tell my wife about it until I brought it home. And she flipped out. Now, anything she wants, she goes gets, doesn't tell me about it. She comes.
Uh-oh.
She might have just reached over and hung up that phone.
Oh, man.
You're a bad
You cut off for a second. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I said her flipping out, like, should I take that as I'm in a doghouse, or like I just need some advice on it is what I'm needing.
I didn't hear the whole story, but I'm guessing if she's upset that you didn't tell her you made a giant purchase without consulting her, you're probably in the doghouse.
All right.
Yeah, listen,
Not want to
you
hear
can't,
that.
you can't go buy a car if you're married without talking to the person you're married to.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, how much was this truck?
Like $13,000.
Yeah, I think you gotta
A lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
you gotta
Yeah.
let somebody know in your family. I think, unless you're buying it a present for them, maybe. But even then, that's a big purchase.
But yeah, I understand. I get that part.
Yeah. So, how long ago did this happen, and where are you with it now?
It happened about 2 months ago. Once in a while, she likes to remind me about it.
Oh, yeah, that'll keep coming up.
Yeah.
Drug without consulting her.
Yeah. That sucks.
Just tell her you'll try to do better next time because you can't fix. You already made the mistake, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
But
Don't justify the purchase. Apologize for the mistake.
Well, the good thing about it, she does love it.
Oh, that's good.
There is a props to that.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, man. You should tell her, show her how you got a great deal, and look how much this truck is everywhere else. But look I got it. This truck is $100,000 truck. I got it for $13,000. That's what you need to do. You got a good deal. You're a smart shopper.
Well, the thing about it, originally it was 20, and I got them talked down.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
All right.
Now turn around and sell. Here's what you should do: turn around and sell it and make money. Go, look, man, I made $7,000. Boom.
Don't get mad about it next
Go
time.
get yourself a Volkswagen Bug. All right, brother. Thanks for listening, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Y'all have a great morning.
You too, brother. What do you got for life hacks, Rich?
Okay, so there's this thing I follow on TikTok, and it's doctors that say, what I never do. They say, what I never do. Like a lot of doctors will say, I will never go a week without changing my sheets. Something like that. But the number one thing doctors say that they never do is scroll through their phone before they go to bed. Because what it does, the blue light actually sends a message to your brain that wakes it up. But it also, the phone itself produces a small amount of radiation, and that can cause insomnia. So, what you should do, I know everybody likes to scroll before they go night-night, but stop it about an hour before you go to bed and notice that you will start sleeping better. Especially, Peyton, if you're like you and you go to bed late anyway. The phone is messing you up. Listen to the doctors. No scrolling before bedtime. That life hack and many more can be found at johnjaneRich.com.
It's John Jay and Rich. You can call us at 877-937-1047. You can text us. You text JJR and whatever you want to say to the number 96893, and we'll text you back or call you back. Okay, quick backstory. A couple years ago, somebody messaged me and said something like, hey, do you think you might be on the autism spectrum? And I was like, no. And then it comes up a few times. And then my sister, who I have a ton of respect for in life, I said, somebody said they think I might be autistic. She's like, yeah. Like, she wasn't like...
like she's known all along.
Yeah. So I was like, oh. And then I took some little quiz one time on the air, something that popped up from an email. And then I got this message from Laura. And this is what she does for a living. Dr. Laura, good morning. Hello, Laura. How are you?
Hi, good morning.
Hi. So you messaged me. Now, first of all, why did you reach out to me? What did you think?
Well, so I've been listening to you since I was like, I don't know, in like 5th grade. So I've like just picked up a lot of your quirks and like going through school and learning all the things that I've learned. I'm like,
Okay.
I see something.
Okay. So what do you do for a living now?
So I'm in school for psychology. I'm a PhD student, and then I'm working as a cognitive assessment person. So I work at like treatment centers, and I work with kids and adults, and I assess for like, I diagnose like autism, schizophrenia, depression, like anything really.
Oh, did you check John Jay for schizophrenia too, just for funsies?
Yeah, I put it in the subtest just to make sure.
Good, that's good work. See,
okay,
she's going to be a good doc.
So we talked for a while yesterday. You asked me a bunch of questions on Zoom, right? So we did all this stuff. She was taking notes. It was very professional.
She's probably watching your expressions too.
I'm wondering if we should have some sort of fanfare before she makes the announcement. And how, by the way, what do we do? Do you just make an announcement? Do you just say, here's what you are, or what?
It's up to you, I guess.
See, what kind
of fanfare do you want?
Let's see.
Should we have had confetti?
Right.
Does this work?
Yeah, that's nice.
Wait,
That's
no.
Yeah, musical confetti.
This.
Oh, it's very Discovery.
It is.
Yes. Okay, Laura. Your assessment. Feel free. Whenever. Just go. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. I can't officially diagnose you. I can't you can't go to your doctor and be like, I'm autistic, but because we have to go through a bunch of other different things that we would have to write up it's a whole thing. But what we did yesterday, yes, 100%.
100%?
Of course.
Wow.
Okay, so there's there's this scale, and so there's levels, right? So there's level 1, level 2, level 3, and you were at a level 3.
What? Wait.
3's the highest?
Is that? I hope that's very high functioning.
You're extremely high functioning. The only reason that you're at that level is because your social skills are so terrible.
This makes so much sense to me now.
How many levels are there?
I mean, honestly, I don't know, John Jay, for you, but going through those questions yesterday, I already knew all that stuff, but even talking to you and asking those questions, you were like, oh, yeah. There's so many little things.
Did he answer no to anything? If it's all yes.
There's a questionnaire of I don't know, 100 questions, and he had no for 5 of them.
Okay, so doctor, whatever John Jay's form of autism is, how does that show up in the real world for him? Give us an example of how he sees the world.
Yes. So one thing I forgot to tell you yesterday is so adaptive skills are a huge thing. So kids on the spectrum have a really hard time with adaptive skills. So John Jay being at home, not cleaning out the dishwasher, if there's something right in front of him and they're like, what's on the table? Where is it? And you're like, it's on the table. And you're like, where is it? I don't see it. It's right in front of your face. That's part of that.
Oh, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's why I have to say, Blake, I need another set of eyes here because maybe you see something differently. Okay, but wait. So if I'm level 3, are there 3 levels? Am I level, what does that mean if you're level 3?
Yeah. So there's 2 things that we're looking at for people on the spectrum. One of them is social acuity. And the second thing is the way that you're using your body, the way that you're like kind of interacting with your environment. So again, the adaptive skills is the way you're like adapting to your environment. We're talking about like the fine motor skills, like not being able to like button buttons, zip your zippers. And then the other part of it is
how many times have Grant zipper up my jacket?
Lots of times. You have.
I can't.
Very true.
Is this why watching him walk down the hall is so uncomfortable for me?
Yes. No, literally, yes. Like sometimes you walk on their tippy toes. Sometimes like there really are signs.
I don't walk on my tippy toes. I just walk weird.
No, you're like a cartoon.
Right.
Because your body's adapted. Like when you're 2, it's easier to walk on your tippy toes. When you're 40, it's like you're kind of weighed down and you're having to kind of like figure out a different way to do it.
In a few years, you're going to have to figure that out.
So, John Jay, how do you feel right now? Like,
I look back and I feel like it makes a lot of sense because there's the part. Remember, Laura, I was telling you the part yesterday where I feel like no one can understand what I'm trying to say. There's a question you asked like that. That's how I feel all the time. Like, and I told her, I said, to me, it's common sense. Why isn't this happening? Like, that's the part that I get. And she said, that was a big one.
That's a big one.
Because what you say this a lot. You're like, here's what I would think would happen. And people stare at you like, well, that's not what happened. You're like, but here's what I would think would happen.
Yes, literally one of the questions is you don't understand probable consequences of social interactions.
Explain that.
So, like, he can't predict, like, if something's happening in a social situation, he's not predicting the next thing. So that's why he's like, didn't you get that? And everyone else is like, no, dude, we didn't get that. And he's like, well, why didn't you see that? It's just you're the only one seeing it.
Now, how can I use this new diagnosis as a benefit here at work?
It can be extremely beneficial for you. Like, now that you know what's going on, I would recommend working with a therapist. Like, I can help you get back with somebody, whatever, but yeah.
What do you need a therapist for? I've got this far.
Social interactions with people.
I want to be able to use it. Be like, you can't fire me. I'm autistic. To management. I want this in my human resource file.
Well, okay, in a way, isn't what
that's what I want?
Is as far as John
I'm Mexican and autistic. You want to fire me?
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Can it be viewed as like a superpower for John Jay?
Wait,
like
what about that? Is that true? Is there anything like that can help me in the workforce?
I mean, yeah, we can talk about it. I would have to like, officially diagnose you, but yes, there are ways in which like because you're on the spectrum, you should be allowed to like navigate your work and your job differently.
Boom. There you go.
I think you've already been afforded that.
They're going to fire me.
Truly do.
Management knew a long time ago.
I think we need to take away your driver's license.
So, Laura, do you want us to give out any of your information in case someone wants to diagnose their kid or their husband or their brother or their sister? Or you want to keep that on the down low?
Yeah. For it.
Okay, well, you tell us. What number? What do we give out? Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait, 1 second. Yes, Nick.
So Diane just called, and I see this is going to be a theme now, is listeners calling with examples on why John Jay's autistic. She was like, oh, I was listening in 2007, and John Jay was talking about his kids were having like a party, and he went and took a nap in his car, so he didn't have to interact with anybody.
All the time.
And I knew it since then, and I was like, okay. Well,
at parties, I go to I go hide in the bathroom. I do all that stuff. Yeah, I didn't know that was autistic. Because also, I thought it was Virgo qualities. But anyway, so how do people get a hold of you, Laura?
So should I just give my phone number out?
Yeah, if you want, if that's what you want, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so my phone number is 520-260-2580. And then if you want to email me, my name is Laura Kassman, Kassmann. My email is just lauracassman29@gmail.com. I can do assessments for kind of anything, so I'm available.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
How about that, guys?
Wouldn't you have been surprised if she said, no, you're not autistic at all?
I don't think we would have believed her.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to be like, when I go to the movies or I go anywhere, I'm like, excuse me, I'm autistic. Excuse me.
It's official now. Congratulations,
Yeah,
Dr.
park anywhere. I'm going to do all kinds of stuff.
I don't think that applies.
It doesn't? Can I get on a plane before everybody? I need to look at all these benefits.
I don't know.
Play a game. Before we play a game, we got to talk back. Remember, talk back is it's on the iHeartRadio app. You just tap the microphone. You can leave us a message if we get it any time, even if you're listening to the podcast later today or live right now.
Good morning, John Jay. This is Will. Long time no talk. Anyway, John Jay, I love that you're autistic and that Laura said that you're 100%. Look at it as an A grade, 100%. It may be an A in the ADA, but still, hey, Get it, John Jay?
Well, thank you, Will, very much. All right, we're going to play a game. We got 4 SeaWorld tickets on the line. April's our contestant. Hello, April.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Good. You're playing for 4 tickets to SeaWorld. The game we're going to play is the Sing-Along Song Challenge. Richard, how do we play?
All right, April, here's what we got. We got all the biggest songs that are just in the top 100 right now that you've heard over and over and over again. So I'm going to play part of the song, and I'm going to stop it. Can you get the next words totally right? If you do, you get a point. In April, you're going to get a chance to hear John Jay, Kyle, Peyton play before you, so you'll get an idea of how the game works. I hope you were paying attention, John Jay, because your song is been the number 1 song for the past 10 weeks in America. Your song is Shaboozy in Tipsy.
Someone call me up a double shot of whiskey. Man, I'm getting Jack Daniels down in history. There's a party downtown near 50.
About a sing of innovation, Shaboozy.
Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
Ooh, just missed that one.
I'm not strong with words.
No. Everybody,
I'm with you on that.
everybody at the bar getting tipsy is your line there. Okay, so Kyle, we go over to you. Your song is from Post Malone and Morgan Wallen. I Had Some Help.
I had some help. It ain't like I can make this kind of mess all by myself.
I had some help. He says it again.
Don't act like you ain't helped me pull that bottle off the shelf.
That was a hard one. Okay. Both of those are hard songs to
Chance
remember
to-
the
Never
words
get that
to.
fine.
I can't give you or John Jay a little onesie next to your
That's
names.
all right.
I'm worried.
Don't be worried, because your song we've been playing for a while and it's been number 1 too. This is Sabrina Carpenter. Peyton, your song is Espresso.
I'm working late, 'cause I'm a singer. Oh, you look so cute.
Wrapped around my finger.
Wrapped around my finger.
That's how you get a point.
And I got this one boy. I know that one.
Keep going, keep going.
No, that was enough. Making
All right,
people's
April.
ears bleed.
I think yours is the most challenging because vocally it's challenging. But you should do really good when you sing along song challenge Teddy Swims Lose Control.
Trying my best to keep from tearing the skin off my bones. Don't you know I'm lose control?
I'll take it. That's how you do that. Yeah. That's good enough for a win for me. Good job, April.
All right, April. You get 4 tickets to SeaWorld.
My tone deaf.
It was fabulous.
So good.
So fun.
No, Teddy Swims would be excited by that round.
Well, congratulations. You get 4 tickets to SeaWorld. You and your family. Have fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
You got it. Thanks for listening. We're going to do it again tomorrow. We also got today, what is it? 13th floor? Is that the one?
Yeah.
13th floor? Yeah. Why don't we give those away right now? Call it 14-877-937-1047.
John Jay, I brought up the other day to Kyle. I was like, we should go on a schwanding to do a haunted house. And she
Nope.
said that you'd be out.
I'll wait outside.
John Jay
We've
will not
done that.
go.
We've done that.
I
It's
was
not
like,
pretty.
what?
I've been there. I've been to the 13th floor before, and I waited outside when my kids went. And actually, that was one time. Another time I went in, and I told them I'd go in only if they turn on the lights, and they turned on the lights for me, and I went in. It wasn't that scary.
So what are you?
With the lights
Do you
on.
just not like the jump scares? Like, what is it that worries you about a haunted house? Them touching you? Like, what's the vibe?
All of that. I don't like to get scared. I don't like it.
Peyton goes, we should do that as schwanding. And I go, good luck trying to get John Jay to go.
I'll just go by myself. I'd love a good
Peyton,
haunted house.
I was just recently diagnosed as 100% autistic. I don't want to be touched or scared by anybody. Haunted houses is not.
He doesn't even like slightly wet towels.
Noah, do you like going to haunted houses?
No way. No
Hey.
chance.
All right, see? It's part of the diagnosis.
It is?
No, I don't know. Probably.
Does
It
not
might
go
be.
to haunted
Why,
houses.
why is
Maybe.
Noah the authority on haunted houses?
Because no, he's not. Noah is my autistic brother.
Oh, okay. You guys
Yeah.
are the same.
Yeah, we are the same. He had his mom on FaceTime listening to the whole thing from a cruise ship, the diagnosis.
Oh, wow, it's a big deal
Right.
then.
And what did she say, by the way? What did she say?
Says she cannot wait to hear all these specific examples that people send in, and that she's going to work on making a list of her own.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Interesting. And we got SeaWorld tickets all week long. We're going to get into some entertainment news. And there's more Diddy stuff, right? I want to
Yeah.
play my version of what I heard. I heard something, and I wanted to pull it to play for you guys.
Okay.
There's a singer named Jaguar Wright. Anyone ever heard of this singer? she's making some shocking claims about one of Diddy's freak-off tapes. This is crazy. Okay, listen to this.
He sell his tapes on the dark net. He's selling it because he needs the cash. The last freak-off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Drake. It was a really interesting night in Calabasas, and he just sold that footage.
How come you think it doesn't get leaked to the public?
The dark net?
Yeah.
Because of the dark coin. Most people don't even know that the dark coin exists, but that's how they're trading for all of the flesh they sell. Which is why I became so outraged last year when the twins turned 16 and he had them dressed like prostitutes and then he auctioned them off as NFTs because the NFT that he sold them to was attached to that dark coin. It was like a promissory note to sell his daughters to the highest bidder.
What do you think about that?
Crazy. I think there's a whole world we do not know about and probably do not want to know about, but maybe should know about.
And I think celebrities now that have been to those parties are flipping out.
Oh, they're worried.
Oh, yeah.
They're flipping out. All right, we're going to get into more of that. It's John Jay and Rich, Kiss FM. Let's get into Diddy real quick. Diddy?
There's so many things. Diddy probably regrets ever opening his mouth because now all these old clips are starting to resurface and they all hit you a little differently when you know this guy's being arrested for abuse and kidnapping and human trafficking and sex trafficking and all the things, right? So there was one clip back in the day where he was opening up about his parties and how, like, they were sort of cracking down on him. Like, he wasn't able to get permits. And what he says after that, it's like, wow. It's almost like he predicted his own fate.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You gonna hear about my parties. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we want to have a good time. You know, whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizon, people get intimidated.
What exactly are those elements that are quote-unquote broadening people's horizons?
Right.
Well, we kind of know now. And it has to do with the freak-off parties.
Right. And I just think this is so crazy because all of the clips that are coming up from Diddy are like pre-cancel culture. And so now it's totally biting him in the butt right now. It's like you said it exactly right. Like he's shooting himself in the foot however many years ago.
What does he say pre-cancel culture? Like, what do you mean? What did he say?
Like, when
hot
Diddy
girls.
said this, like he probably wouldn't get canceled for some of the stuff that he said 15 years ago, but now he's going to get canceled for it, and he is getting canceled for it, and so that's kind of what I mean by that.
Has any celebrities responded?
Okay, yeah, I was just going to bring this up. So you brought up the celebrities are probably all kind of like, regretting having anything to do with him, right? Because there's another clip that resurfaced about Diddy's parties and the invites specifically.
Who's the person that's number one on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay, and there's so many pictures of Leo at the white parties, and so Leo's people responded for him, not Leo himself, but Leo's people said the fact that people are bringing up old grainy pictures of Leo at Diddy's parties 20 years ago is ridiculous to make that connection. So they're like, Leo's not worried about the indictment of Diddy. He's not worried about having any connections. He went to those parties, but literally everyone in Hollywood did. He wasn't involved in the freak-offs like possibly other people, but that doesn't have anything to do with Leo. According to his people, he's focused on his career and moved on from his partying days.
I mean, if you think about it, if you go back 30 years, whenever like Titanic and Leo, Diddy, Oprah, they were all the biggest stars in the world. They were the biggest. So why wouldn't they all be together doing stuff? And then I think it's like, hey, party's over. Man, we're going down to the basement to freak off. See you later. I got to go.
Leonardo DiCaprio literally has a rule that he won't date women over 26. I'm not buying that.
Well, how do you know that's his rule? He's never said. That's what people say that.
Thing, though. I think
it's kind of maybe an unspoken rule because it's just his habits.
I'm not buying that. Like, sorry, Leo. Keep your mouth shut.
I know.
Good idea.
And everyone's trying to distance themselves as much as possible.
Totally.
I mean, just the other day we heard from Ray J. And Ray J was like, I never saw any of that stuff at the parties. And maybe you're right, John Jay. There was maybe maybe there was even a separate section that stuff happened in, and you had to be like on a different quote unquote VIP list to enter that part of the party. Who knows? I mean, we weren't there, but so
I was asking Peyton, criminal justice major. I'm like, any chance he just totally is found not guilty and walks away from all of this?
No way.
Yeah,
he's looking at life in prison without possibility of parole.
Well, they put him on suicide watch because of all the people that he could take down by trying to get a plea deal.
Speaking of life in prison, is there another Menendez movie?
Yes, there is. So they actually just released a trailer for a brand new documentary featuring the actual Menendez brothers.
Everyone asks why we kill their parents. Maybe now people can understand the truth. My name is Eric Menendez. My name is Lyle Menendez, calling you from Donovan Correctional Facility. Lyle was the only person that has ever protected me. What happened that night is very well known, but so much hasn't been told.
If anyone had written this for a script in Hollywood, the Hollywood people would have gone, no way.
So I believe maybe what happened, although they're really close, maybe what happened is the Menendez brothers heard about the Netflix documentary that's #1 right now on the show, and they...
It's a movie, or TV show, not documentary.
The limited series.
I meant to say drama.
Right,
I meant to say drama.
Right.
Yes, thank you. So I think they heard about it, and they've come forward and said it's defamatory. They've said that a lot of it's incorrect, and maybe they want to set the word straight about what really happened.
Are you done with it yet, Kyle?
No, I'm on episode 6.
And Rich, are you done with it?
I'm on episode 7.
Okay.
So
Peyton,
I
you
think I
finished
have
it?
one more episode.
I'm on episode 4 or 5, and just as I'm watching it and putting pieces together, as I watch it the way it's done, if what the way it's done is true, I think they're totally making up the abuse. That's what I think. I think that they set it up to look like a mafia hit or a gangland hit, and they were doing it for the money, for the inheritance. That's at this point. That's where I am. That's where I think, and I think they were like, because they never once talked about the abuse with the shrink or any of that stuff. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah,
maybe it changes as I go.
It looks like to me in episode 7 that you just get the idea that they are complete sociopaths.
Yeah,
and just start trying to get away with something.
I don't know. Watching it, I feel like I believe them.
Me too. I'm like, I kind of feel bad for him. I feel like it's very divided. This drama has a lot of people divided. Like if you go on TikTok, it's all free the Menendez brothers. Give them another chance. Gypsy Rose is free, but why aren't the Menendez brothers free? That's what the conversation is.
Because what if they killed him for the money?
I mean, I don't know. When you get further into it, there's one episode and it's a one shot, one angle, like filmed, and it's Eric talking to his lawyer, and it's like really difficult to watch.
It is very hard to watch.
He does a phenomenal job at acting, and it really does make you feel like that probably did happen to them. And then when you watch at the comparisons of like the actual TV show and compared to like the court when they're on the stand, it's really amazing to see the body language.
I actually posted on Facebook last night. Let me find the exact words. It was very similar to this. I said, hold on, what am I on Facebook? John J. Van S. VANES. I said,
What are you laughing at?
I know, you're having a good time.
Watching John Jay try and navigate Facebook is amazing. He's like,
I can't find my post.
Up and down.
I can't find my post.
You have 2 Facebook pages, John J, so it gets a little confusing sometimes.
Yeah, but I thought it was on this post.
Yeah, because there's John J. Van S. and then there's John J. Van S.
Right. With different
Never
profile
mind.
pics.
Anyway, it was about what non-sexual physical thing feels really good. And somebody said a Q-tip in the ear.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I didn't know that was a thing. That is good.
Yeah.
I found your post, by the way, John J.
Okay.
It's on the one with you in the cool hoodie.
That's what I'm on right now.
It's only a couple posts down. There's a lot of comments on here.
Great. You can see it. I'm looking at it right now. So where is it?
Is that it?
No.
Wrapping yourself.
Yeah,
you found it?
What is the best non-sexual physical feeling you've had? I
There
have
it
51
is.
comments on it. There were some good ones, but maybe we can get into that tomorrow. Grant is in here because Grant said something to me. You know what's funny is Grant said something to me Thursday or Friday, and I was like, oh my God, we got to bring it up on the air. And I forgot what it was. But it had something to do with his mom.
Yeah, it was my mom. It was one of those things. It was late at night. I was sitting. It was probably 9:30, which is late at night for us. And my phone rings twice, and I'm in the middle of Monsters, the Menendez story, and I'm like, listen. And I see it's my mom, and I'm like, whatever this is going to be a problem. You know what I mean? And after, you know what I'm saying? After a certain time, you're like, my parents shouldn't be calling me unless there's an emergency.
Totally.
So I just let it go. And then I see my wife's phone ring and it says my mom's name. And I'm like, oh God. So I just let Caitlin sleep through it. And then my phone rings again. And I'm like, okay, I'm answering it this time. And my mom goes, hello, are you there? What are you doing right now? And I was like, I'm watching the Menendez thing. That's irritated. Yeah, a little irritated. And she goes, well, I got selected for jury duty. And I was like, okay, thanks. Appreciate the phone call. Like, let me know. And she's like, so I'm filling out this questionnaire, and it's far away. I have to drive like 2 hours, so I'm trying to get out of it. And I was like, great, cool. That we've all been there. Everybody's tried to get out of jury duty. And she goes, I've listed that I have this medical issue, so I think that might work. But under this section, it says, do you know anyone who was arrested or convicted of a felony crime? And she was like, I was wondering if I could put you down. and I was like, whoa, Mom. Like, that was a long time ago. That was over. At this point, that was over 10 years.
So it did happen?
Yeah, I got arrested for marijuana possession and visiting a common nuisance in Peru, Indiana in 2012.
You guys don't know this about Grant?
I didn't know that.
We've spent hours trying to find his mugshot, and we can never find it.
I spent approximately 40 hours in jail with 7 of my closest bandmate friends who got arrested. They had weed in the van.
Oh, I do remember that story.
Yeah.
I do remember that story.
So anyway, my mom just was like trying to out me as somebody who got arrested for drugs to get her out of court, jury duty.
It's a fair question. I mean, she can use her son to get out of something, and it's not like it doesn't exist. It's truth, and she asked your permission, so I kind of feel like that's good. That's good, Mom.
I feel like she's making something positive out of a negative. I applaud your mother.
I'm going to back her up on this
for
one.
a second. I was like, what is this going to do to me in the future if my mom, like, is my phone going to ring and something's going to happen because of this? And I was like, you know what, Mom, just put me down.
Yeah, that's
Have you been arrested, Peyton?
Never.
Never. Same here. These other three have.
I've never been arrested, no. I was a student athlete, okay?
Yeah.
I was in the basketball gym, not in the streets.
It's funny because I remember I was like 27 years old, 28, and my parents were very upset with me. And now I think it's funny that she's using it. I'm like, hey, listen, you didn't earn this, Mom. Like, I was the one who
thanked me at the time.
Exactly.
It makes me think about Kyle, you did that story a couple weeks ago about the people in space. That they're not going to come home till like February. Yeah. Like if they got a jury, like I'm seeing their FaceTime at home. Hey, man, what's going on? Well, it says here you got to report for jury duty, and you're like, I'm in space. You might want to tell them I'm in space. Like when you tell the judge, she can't come because she's in space. That's not a very good excuse. No. I don't believe it.
No, it's a spaceship made by Boeing.
I am in space. I can't come to jury duty.